My name is Theseus Chan, and I'm a graphic designer. I was born with music around me. I think when I was young, I stayed at my granny's place, and I realized that there were always a lot of music, especially like Beatles music, you know. So and there was like an big old radio. So I think that's probably my early exposure to music. Yeah, extremely. I feel that even when babies are in the womb, I think you should have music around them, because I think there have been research showing that it does affect the way they think, the way they grow. It could be possible because when we have our first child, I think we have a lot of music. We play a lot of music at home as well. I mean, like, you know, we have a little room with like a studio, you know, so, and you hear me playing a lot of music at home as well. Like I said, when he was in my wife's world, we have a lot of music as well. So there were times where my wife said, hey, he's kicking and all that sort of thing, you know. So I felt that yeah, I think in some ways it affects probably his intellect as well as his music skills maybe. In my early years, I started listening to, like, I remember like small singles of the Beatles and all that they were playing around in my granny's place, you know. So, but I realized it was the blues music that I actually sort of enjoyed very much. But basically, I think if he rocks out, chances are, I mean, in some ways, it is all blues derived, right? Blues derived, you know. So I don't think it would be that far off anyway, right? Any rock, you know, music would have to go back to the roots where, you know, the blues stuff and all that sort of things. In fact, blues makes me happy, which is ironic, you know. I play guitar. Yeah, I discovered guitar when I was in secondary school, you know, because like I said, I mean, I've been always listening to radio and music, and you know, but I couldn't afford quite a lot of a collection of music, so it was probably like radio or through listening to, when they were playing records, I listened to it, or over my granny's place. Yeah. So when I discovered, that was the time when I realized it was like really nice to be able to play something, and again, the guitar is an instrument that can be it's just complete by itself. You don't really need a lot of things. You can just play the guitar and sing, and you could actually, you know, so I thought that probably, you know, if you can play guitar, you can make a lot of friends as well, you know. And so I took that as the instrument of my choice, you know. Yeah. The band is called South Michigan Avenue. South Michigan Avenue is in where Chess Records, if you know Chess Records, that's where that's where it was at. So, and because the genre that we play are mostly kind of blues-based sort of music, so we thought that is quite a appropriate name. Well, I think it's a great idea. I think, and I also think there's kind of ways to kill out records, you know. But I think it's for a good cause, and I hope it's successful, basically, because I think you doing marvelous thing with a concept like that, you know. So I hope to be able to contribute in ways that I can. Then it will have to probably be one of the first songs that I recall, probably something by Robert Johnson. And I think one of the important song from that album with 20 over songs, that's the only thing that he recorded. It would probably be Crossroad Blues, all right? So that would probably be the song. I think there's a lot of humanity in that sort of music. Yeah, because I mean, there's a myth that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil just to be able to play guitar, right? Because he sucks at it in the beginning, and later on he returned, and all of a sudden become this, you know, virtuoso, you know, in music. And the lyrics are quite poignant, because I mean, it was like really begging, you know, the Lord for mercy, you know, to save him, you know. I mean, they are like hellhound on his trail, you know. So, and there's a lot of references as well in that song, you know. I mean, and the way he played is just like one acoustic guitar, and, you know, playing in using slide, you know. So I think that's quite definitive for me. Yeah, because I wanted to maximize, to hopefully get a lot more money for your endeavor, you know, for this, you know. So I wanted something to have a higher perceived value. I make the guitar, actually. You know, I actually built it because I was like, you know, one thing leads to another, right? You play music, then you want to put it together and all that. So I've been just like sort of during the time that I have, I put them together. So I'm trying to recreate, you know, appropriate technical, specific sort of guitars and all that sort of thing. So you can't really afford a real vintage, right? So you try to make something that is as close as possible to like a specification of a vintage guitar, you know what I mean? So, and at the same time, you learn something new, something away from design, you know, something that I do every day. So it's a nice getaway for me.